What is going on? What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we have a very special video indeed. One video that I've been waiting to make for so long. Forza Horizon 4 is finally getting the PvP update it so desperately needed, and this could be the nail in the coffin for any other racing game out right now. So if you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, a bit of backstory, you would know that I've really been enjoying Forza Horizon 4, but similar to other racing games, the one huge problem with that game is the player versus player, or in this case it's called team adventure, but it's the same thing. For some reason they felt the need to make it team based, and it just didn't really work. People kind of only race for themselves in PvP, so naturally when you have teams it just doesn't really make much sense. But finally they're fixing it, not only in casual but ranked also, and that's what we're going to go ahead and talk about in this video. Now, alongside with this new feature which they've added, which I'm going to say it's kind of in quote brackets new, it's not really new, it was in Forza Horizon 3, but with that being said, there's also a few more fixes and stuff which I do want to cover in this video. So we're just going to basically talk about the patch notes which are releasing, or the patch is releasing on January the 15th. So you're going to get your hands on all of this in what, like a week? What's the date today? It's literally a week. It's a week today. So a week today, you're going to be able to play PvP and it's in its fixed glory, and you're going to be able to play ranked and like actually get Grandmaster this time if you're good. Like, it's not going to be bullshit. So let's talk about PvP, because that's probably what you clicked on this video for. So I'm going to pretty much just read from the patch notes here and then talk about my opinions and stuff. There's a few things which I think I'd like to see added on top of this, just because it does kind of seem a little bit like bare minimum from what they've said in the patch notes, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let's go ahead and actually talk about what's in the patch notes first. So they're calling it free-for-all adventure. This update adds a brand new way to play in online adventure, where players will compete individually. Available in both ranked and unranked modes, this game mode can be found in the online adventure tab, replacing anything goes. And that's all the information we have. It's weird how like 2 lines can get me that excited, because honestly, even if there is like collisions on this mode, I can still see myself sinking hours upon hours into this, you know, game mode. Now that's one kind of issue I think I have, that's one kind of red flag I have initially. Collisions. The problem with Team Adventure was the collisions, really. If the player count is still the same and all that's still the same, are we still going to have the same problems of wall grinding? Are we still going to have the same problems with collisions? Are they going to have a collisions off playlist? These are things we don't know yet, and these are things I do hope they address, especially the wall grinding. I know with the wall grinding they have addressed this previously, you know, in previous months. They are working on a fix. It's just going to take some time. And then as far as collisions goes, well, we haven't really heard anything. We know over with Motorsport they've done the whole collision detections thing, and they've completely changed how the collisions work in that game, but with, you know, Forza Horizon we don't know anything. So I do hope those 2 things get kind of fixed. Those are my only two really worries with that, but this is a great like step forward from what we had previously. And I think honestly, in terms of the racing games that are out currently, the addition of this now makes this the most complete racing game that has come out this generation, and it's really annoying it's not on PS4 for like the other people who can't play this, because it is genuinely, I think it is my racer of the generation, and I think after this I'm going to sink so many more hours into it. But those are my 2 worries. I'm not going to sit here and say it's all, you know, sunshine and rainbows. Ranked, I especially think for ranked it should be non-collisions, and I also think with the wall grinding and stuff, that also needs to be fixed. But definitely a right step forward, and with their, you know, their committed dedication to making Forza better, I do hope these are things which we can see in the future. And you know what, at this point I'm not actually, you know, that doubtful that these are things which, you know, will eventually be added. The game's been out since like October, I think, like September, October now. We're in January, so if you do really think about it, it's not even really been out for that long. What, like 3-4 months now? And they've already listened to us in this way. Like, these types of things aren't easy, and you've got to keep in mind we've had the Christmas break, you know, the holiday break, where, you know, people aren't really working that much. You know, Playground probably aren't putting their foot to the ground, or maybe they are, I don't know. But, you know, over the Christmas break, people are not at work and stuff. So the fact that, you know, even with December being there, and December's quite a kind of off month for everyone, like everywhere, the fact they've added this back is just sick. Now, again, I kind of did say at the start of this, it's kind of air quotes new because it was in Horizon 3. I don't know how easy it would have been just to add back in, but I do hope, you know, with that being said, these non-collision modes and, you know, these wall grinding issues do get solved, because I feel like that is kind of the extra work that's needed to really make this a polished experience. But again, I'm gonna reserve my judgment because I don't know if these things are in there yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm excited to see what's gonna come. We'll obviously know next week when the patch comes out, and I will be making videos on this when the patch comes out. So if you are interested about these types of things, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have gameplay and stuff when the patch comes out, as soon as it comes out next week. So yeah, just stay tuned. As well as that, we also had some cross-platform fixes. I'm gonna quickly just put them up on the screen now, so pause it here if you want to have a quick read. I don't know, it wasn't really necessarily that much particularly interesting. There was a few here for me that were quite interesting. So they added the ability to search for racing series, creators, and titles in the event blueprint search. It was really hard to find people's races and stuff in the blueprint search. That is a huge thing as well, actually. I'd say that is like very, very nowhere near as big as the PvP thing, but it's up there. Like, that's a very, very big thing. It now makes it actually easier for you guys to find other people's races and, you know, user created races. So that's going to be huge. I think just the fact that you can find titles now. So if you want to try find someone who's tried to make like a Laguna Seca track, all you've got to do now is type in Laguna Seca and you can find it. Or if you want to find someone that's made an extra long Goliath, all you've got to do is type in Goliath and it'll come up. So that's pretty cool. I think that's something which I'm definitely going to be using in the future, and it's something which is going to help me as well, because I've made a few tracks here and there. I've made one on Fortune Island, which I've been using quite a lot recently. So that's really cool. You now have the ability to view all eligible cars for trial and seasonal championships. Again, that's kind of just useful and helpful. It's not one of those things that was necessarily hard, because you could just go into the garage and sort by class anyway, but I guess it's a quality of life thing. It makes everything a bit easier, so when you go over there you can kind of pick the car you want before you go into the garage and buy it, and you know, that kind of stuff. It's just a quality of life improvement, really. And then there's a bunch of little bugs and, you know, little miscellaneous things which they fixed, which I'm not going to talk about here. Like I said, you can pause it if you want to go ahead and read, or alternatively, a source link is in the description, so you can go ahead and read the original patch notes from the website down in the description if you want to. And that's it from Forza Horizon 4. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you a bit disappointed that they haven't got or haven't mentioned anything about collisions? Again, I could be speaking a bunch of shit and they could have it in there and I just don't know yet, because obviously it's not out yet. Are you annoyed that anything goes is now being removed from the game for this? Me personally, I'm not disappointed at all, nor am I necessarily disappointed that there is no like uncollisions mode from what we can tell, just because I know how dedicated they are and they've added so much over the course of these past 3-4 months. If it does become a huge issue for most people, I can see them fixing that. And with wall grinding, they already are like looking into that, so I can't really say that's necessarily a problem because it's being worked into. Exciting time to be a Forza gamer. That's all I'm saying. It's a racing gamer. With Need for Speed coming out later this year, Forza is crushing it right now, and I can't wait to see what the second expansion has in store. You know, just content all the time from this game. I still play this loads, like I can't explain. I think 100% this is my main racer at the moment, and again, like I said, I've said this previously, I'm really shocked it is, purely based on the fact that I didn't think this game was going to be this good before it was announced, and they have just continuously showed how dedicated they are to making Forza Horizon 4 the best racer, not only on Xbox and PC, but the best racer out there, period. Playground Games are doing a phenomenal job. I just hope that, you know, this level of quality stays up, because they've put the bar so high now. To kind of maintain that is a completely different ball game. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Are you happy with this? You know what I'll actually do? I've been kind of trying to do this a lot more recently. I'll put a card, like it's somewhere up there. I'll put a card up there. Let me know if you're happy with this update. It'll just be a yes or a no question. I'm really, really excited to see where everything goes in the future. And I genuinely don't know what I want to see in the future from future updates. They've hit the nail on the head with so many updates now, I just don't really know. That might be a cool thing to do in the comment section, actually, because I will be reading. Let me know what you think the perfect Forza patch would be, you know, coming in the future. Obviously, this is a smaller patch. This isn't one of those big patches they do. What other new features would you like to see added, you know, in Horizon? Maybe make a comment like this. Structured like this with a title and a description, and tell me what you would see or want to see in a Forza patch, because I don't know. I have absolutely no clue. Maybe we can make this into a little bit of a series, you know, the best ones we can make into a little community series on the channel or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed, if you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.